Go ahead.
Psalms chapter 111 and verse 10. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom.
The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Read.
A good understanding have all they that do his commandments.
Those that do his commandments. That's what fear of the Lord. That's what the fear is. Keeping his commandments. The definition now the world's definition.
No. That's why I said you gotta use a strong support. I said biblical.
So what scripture you finna tell me? What scripture you finna use to define fear in the Bible? Because that's what we use.
Oh, so read that scripture again.
Read it again.
The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. A good understanding have all they that do his commandments.
See that? Yes, no. A good understanding have, when you understand the fear of the Lord, you're going to keep his commandments. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what it means to fear the Lord.
So we're not supposed to get a debate of the word. So what I'm asking you is, read one more time, please.
Psalms chapter 111 and verse 10. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. A good understanding have all they that do his commandments.
So how do people get a good understanding of the word?
You just said it right there.
I'm asking. So how do people get a good understanding of the word when they're reading it, let's say for the second time? Because you might not get an understanding the first time or the second time. So how do people get a good understanding? So
you're asking two different questions. Okay. So right there in that verse right there told you the fear and how to understand.
Precept is, isn't it kind of like I'm gonna say parable, but
where we gonna read it? Give me
like a meaning or something like that, right? Like a meaning.
Where we gonna read it? You know what I'm saying? Because that's why I said we use the Bible. You know what I'm saying? We don't go on our own thoughts. That's why I read the first scripture. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. A good understanding have all they that do his commandments. A good understanding of what? The fear of the Lord. You understand what I'm saying? Now watch this. Read that in Hebrews 9:19.
19, yeah. Book of Hebrews chapter 9 and verse 19.
We're going here to understand to know what a precept is. Read.
For when Moses had spoken every precept to all the people according to the law.
According to what?
The law.
The precept is the laws.
laws of the Lord.
Right. You see what I'm saying? So now go back to Isaiah.
The book of Isaiah.
A lot of people
Hold on 1 second. Let me finish the thought.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 28 and verse 10.
Now we know that the precept is a law. This is what Isaiah says. Read.
For precept must be upon precept.
Precept. Law must be upon law. So I'm going to take a law from her, and then I'm going to go get a statute of that law from her. You understand what I'm saying? From exactly, to get full understanding, right? Read.
For precept must be upon precept. Precept upon precept, line upon line.
Line upon line.
Line upon line,
Read.
here a little, and there a little.
There a little from the Old Testament, from Christ in the New Testament. They all come together to the full understanding. But you got to be keeping the commandments first. That's sure that you fear the Lord. Then He'll give you His wisdom. But go ahead.
The reason why I asked that is because people be getting taught, and everybody's not perfect. Yeah, but everybody's teaching to the best of their knowledge. So when people be taught, see, a lot of times the word fear, it means tremble and keep back away from it. So our Heavenly Father Yahweh don't want us to fear Him like that. He wants to come to Him. You get what I'm saying?
No, He wants you to fear Him like that too.
Yeah, but I'm just saying He don't want you to fear to where you don't never want to have nothing to do with it.
You want to die? Well, that's the question.
Nobody wants to.
Okay, why? That means you fear death, right?
I would embrace death because I know what death can bring.
You said what now?
I know what death can bring.
What does death bring?
Well, death. When you're doing Him, being Yahweh, death can bring the light for your soul.
Well, when you die, you go back to the Father, right? Now, my thing telling you that, but you got to be doing right. Well, why would we put it on the planet?
his
I'm gonna show you. Give me Ecclesiastes first. See, we gotta have basic understanding of God. You understand what I'm saying? That's why I read the first scripture. You have to have a healthy fear of God. Like you got children. Yes. You have children, right? And you provide for your children. That means you have in your house you have rules and regulations that they have to follow. You know what I'm saying? Before they could speak, provide food, clothing. You know what I'm saying? Buy soap, toilet tissue, things like that. They had to show that they love you. What they have to do?
They have to
obey you. That's the only thing they could do to show that they reverence and respect, right? Go ahead and read that.
Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter.
So right here, the Lord is about to tell us why we're here. What's the purpose of man? Why are you on the planet? Read.
Fear God.
What?
Fear God.
Fear God. What do it mean by fear God? Read.
And keep his commandments.
That's what it's talking about. Keep his commandments. Read.
For this is the whole duty of man.
That's man's purpose. That's our purpose. To keep his commandments. Read.
For God shall bring every work into judgment.
Why? Because God gonna bring everything that you do into judgment. And when it's talking about judgment, what that's talking about?
That's talking about your
Let's talk about that day. But give me, finish that out first.
For God shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil.
So you don't want to be doing. You don't want to be found doing. You don't want to die doing in the midst of evil. Because you're gonna face the judgment.
You want to be doing him.
You want to be doing good because it's heaven and hell. Ain't no in between. You understand what I'm saying? Give me that Revelation chapter 20 and verse. We're gonna start at verse 11. That's why it's important to keep the commandments. When you keep God's law, statutes, and commandments, that's showing that you fear His judgments. Of course. You see that? Watch this read.
And I saw a great white throne, and Him that sat on it, from whose face the earth and the heaven fled away.
That's the Most High God. Read.
And there was found no place for them. And I saw the dead, small and great, stand before God. And the books were open.
What?
And the books were open.
Books that were open were the books of our lives, right? Read.
And another book was open.
And what?
And another book was open.
The other book is this, the Bible. Read.
Exactly. And another book was open, which is the book of life.
This is the book of life. Read.
And the dead were judged out of those things which were written in the books.
Read that part again.
And the judged.
No, read right.
And the dead were judged out of those things which were written from the books.
So that's why you have to keep God's law, statutes, and commandments. You got to fear His judgments. You understand what I'm saying? Fear to show that you fear God, you're keeping His commandments, because you're keeping His commandments because you don't want to be. Exactly. Whether you're alive or dead, there are consequences. You understand what I'm saying? So that's the answer to that question. You got another question?
No, that's basically it, man. Because like I said, there's people teaching, and different parents teach to the best of their ability. Yeah. And they just got. That's why I said study yourself approved.
Right.
Unto God, not unto man, but unto our Heavenly Father. So that when we go out there, we still have to, even in any type of teaching that you do when it comes to Him, you have to give an account for it.
Yeah. Where you congregate at?
Man, I just do a lot of online stuff now.
Yeah, man, you gotta stop that, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's all kind of spirits online.
Yeah, so I pray and I read and I just kind of push myself up. I'm trying to get away with that and try to regroup some.
That's a good start. You know what I'm saying? That's a good start, but it's deeper than that. You just can't stay in that. You understand what I'm saying?
I know that. But
watch this.
I'm getting ready to relocate anyway, so that's why I just kind of.
Well, we got schools. Did you get a flyer?
Yeah, I got one.
We got schools all over the earth. You understand?
Ephesians 4 and chapter 4 and verse 14. That we henceforth be no more children, tossed to and fro, and carried about with every wind of doctrine, by the sleight of men.
By the sleight of men. He said, don't be tossed to and fro by every wind of doctrine. Meaning there's so many doctrines out here that you can be, okay, he's saying something good. He's saying something good. You don't want, that's going to cause confusion.
Yeah, James is saying the same thing too. But yeah, I get exactly. That's why I'm trying to break away so I can regroup. Because my kind of thought was kind of different from a lot of the teachers.
Okay.
So I kind of, you know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying. I mean, you know, that's why, like you said, you're supposed to study to show yourself approved. So to make sure whatever somebody's saying, that's written in the Bible, right?
Yeah, it can't be an opinion. It's got to line up with the plan.
Right. Now watch this. Read.
The book of Sirach, chapter 19 and verse 19. The knowledge, the knowledge of the commandments of the Lord is the doctrine of light.
See what God's doctrine is? Read that word again.
The knowledge of the commandments of the Lord is the doctrine of light.
See, God's doctrine is God's law.
Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.
And finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord. His word